It's the beginning of May, so you know what that means? That's right. I'm going to look back at April, see what the real estate market did. Stick around. Hi, welcome back. My name's Joe Brown, and I'm a realtor with Century 21, List with Beggins, located in South Tampa. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So if you've been with me, you know every month at the start of the month, I look back to the previous month and I share the previous 2 months. Sometimes I go back further depending on time of year. So today I want to take a look at April, what the South Tampa real estate market did in April, and compare it to March. And again, if this is your first time with me, I look at the 5 zip codes of South Tampa. So 33606, 609, 611, 616, 629. Those 5 zip codes. So let me put my graph up here just so you can follow along. And stick around because I have several concerns. These numbers are concerning, so I just want to highlight some of those concerns for you. But let me put the graph up here. And you can start with active listings. So these are homes at the end of April that were actively on the market in South Tampa. And you can see we were down 444 homes. We weren't down 440 homes. So 444 homes were actively on the market at the end of April, slightly down from March. And I'll talk about that before. Take a look at this. New homes on the market. So these are families in South Tampa who say, okay, I want to list my place for sale. And we're at 238, which really isn't too bad. As you know, I've said in the past, the average is 250 a month for South Tampa. And you can see last month we were at 280 and now we're at 230. So it's average about 250. This is a trend we have to keep watching, and I also want to talk about this a little bit later. This is very interesting. This is days to contract, right? So you put a house on the market. You can see the median days to contract is 12. We dropped to 12 days, less than 2 weeks. And so let me talk about sales. So look at sales. In April, 181 homes sold in April. Now go back to days to contract, right? Days to sell. Out of the 181 homes, the middle, right? The median was 12 days to sell. That means some of those 181 homes sold faster than 12 days and some sold longer than 12 days. So we're not talking about 5 or 6 homes. We're talking 181 homes. The median days, 12 days. There's one zip code, 33609. The median was 7 days. So we see this amped up. Homes are moving very quickly. And that goes back to the law of supply and demand. Median sales price, you can see we're at $590,000. And so you can look at March and say, oh, wow, we dropped, what is that, almost $20,000. Home prices are falling down. Well, that's why I don't like sharing the median sales price, because we don't know the condition of the home, the size of the home, whether the home needs repairs, where the home's located, right? This is just a blank number. Out of the 181 homes that sold, the median sales price was $590,000. And that's for all of South Tampa. Look at this, the ratio, and this is what a home sold for as to what it was originally priced at. And I like to point that out because people may price their home, let's say at $600,000, and it doesn't sell. So what do? They drop the price, and then it might sell at $590,000. Well, I can look and say, oh, it sold for 100% of what it was listed at. But what did it sell for as to what it was originally priced at? So that's what this figure is saying. And you see what's happening here? We've ticked up. We're now between 97 and 98% across the board of homeowners getting what they're asking. And again, this is something I want to talk about later. Months of inventory. We're back to 3 months of inventory. A few months ago, we were up to 4 months of inventory and we dropped, right? So, and that brings up, this is a good segue to some of my areas of concern that I need to share with you. So, and I'll leave the graph up just so you can follow along. The homes actively on the market were at 444. This is the 5th month in a row that the number of active listings has gone down. That's a concern. It's all the law of supply and demand, right? If the fewer products there are with the same number of buyers, the price is going to increase. And we can see people are still buying homes. 181 homes sold this past month. People are still moving to Tampa. And I want to put a link here to a video I did about the population growth in Tampa. It feeds right into this supply and demand issue. In that video, I said 45,000 people are moving to Hillsborough County each year. 45,000. And that's about 3,600 per month. Now, that's an average, right? 3,600 per month, 45,000 per year moving to Hillsborough County. We need places for people to move to. We need the apartment buildings. We need the condos. We need the townhomes. We need single family homes. It's the law of supply and demand. We have the demand. People are moving here. The number of available homes is decreasing. That's keeping the prices elevated. One report I read yesterday said that home prices in Tampa itself increased 1% year over year. Now, that 1% increase is good because it's stabilizing, because if you remember 2 years ago, it was increasing 2% per month, 24% per year. So that 1% year over year, that's a nice slow growth, helps buyers out. I think also what's happening are sellers are now more realistic and agents are doing a better job communicating market value of homes and how the market has shifted. And so home sellers are pricing their homes more reasonably, right? More reasonably than previous. So days to sell, and I mentioned this, if you look here, 12 days, 181 homes. If that 12 days is the median, I have a friend who said, you know what average is? Average means you're as close to the bottom as you are from the top. So that median, that 12 days, some homes sold quicker than 12 days, some sold longer than 12 days. That is still very fast. And again, that reflects on the law of supply and demand. There's more buyer demand, fewer supply. People know they have to act quickly. It also reflects the interest rates because interest dropped for a little bit and buyers wanted to get in and lock in those rates while they were low. Now, yesterday, the Fed increased the prime interest rate, prime lending rate, by 1/4 point. So it's now over 5. And I'll go back to my prediction video I did at the end of December, where I said the Fed rate is going to go back over 5. And sure enough, that happened. Now, you hear people saying, oh, but this will be the end. They're going to stop here and maybe decrease. Personally, I don't believe it. They may pause for several months, yes. I don't see any increases happening this year. What is that going to do to mortgage rates? Now, there is not a one-to-one correlation between the Fed raising interest rates and mortgage rates, because mortgage rates track the 10-year Treasury. So you really have to check that 10-year Treasury. Now, today, I'm recording this on Thursday. Thursdays at noon, Freddie Mac publishes the new mortgage rates. And I predict, so right now, mortgage rates are 6.48. And I predict they're going to drop a little bit. I don't think they're going to drop a lot, but they're going to drop a little bit, maybe to 6.4, maybe 6.39, around that area. But I do think they're going to increase again. Now, that's the prime rate. I've talked to several buyers because of credit, right? It goes back to your credit score. If your credit score is in the 600, you may already be paying over 7% for mortgage rates. Oh, while I'm talking about that, if you are a Navy Federal Credit Union member, right, this is huge. Now, I am a preferred referral agent, a select agent with Navy Federal Credit Union. And they'll send me, they'll send me different referrals. Navy Federal Credit Union has a great program where you can get a mortgage rate right now, and let's say it's 7%, right? So you take a 7-year fixed rate. And if you pay your mortgage on time for 6 months and the mortgage rate drops to, let's say it drops to 6.2, 6.1, you can pay a one-time fee. I think it's $250, and they will readjust your mortgage rate to the lower rate. Well, without whole new closing costs, anything like, they'll just adjust that mortgage rate. But let's say after 2 years, it even drops lower to maybe 5.2. You know what? You can pay that $250 again, and they lower your rate. And that is without refinancing or whatever. It's really a great program, and it's unique to Navy Federal Credit Union. If you're credit union member and want more information, please contact me. Okay. New listings, and you can see new listings dropped to 236. So here are my thoughts. Why should people sell? So if people are locked into their house at a mortgage of 4.6, why would they sell and buy something else at a higher 6.5% to 7% interest rate? Well, you only want to do that if you need to, or you want to. And I did a video on this a few weeks ago, and I'll put a link to it here. Just because of the economy, and I expect this number, new listings, to continue to decrease. Now, again, I mentioned in the video, people may want to sell to take equity out of their house. I understand that. But my own gut is, I think new listings, new inventory is going to decrease. However, as an industry, we need more inventory. And so here's my plea to you. If you have friends or family or neighbors thinking about moving or who need to move, please reach out to me. Let's see how I can help them. I can tell them what their home is worth market-wise, and we can go from there. And then my final point is about the ratio, right? So ratio between what a home's selling for to what the original price is, we're about 97 to 98%. Now, that's a key figure because A year ago, I had many people saying, oh, home prices are going to crash, so I'm going to wait. I even did a video about that. I forget how long ago. But just if you read headlines, housing market's going to crash, home prices are going to drop. Well, no, it's only 2%, 3% drop. So listen, that market in Tampa, the market in Florida is still very robust, very active because people are moving here. So we need more inventory. I don't expect we'll get a lot of new inventory. As an agent, I hope I do, right? And I hope I can help you. But those are some of my concerns. The market's still very active. So please reach out to me. Go to my website, joebrownc21.com. You can search for homes. I have some custom searches set up for you. You can look at my blogs. You can read more about me if you're even interested in that. So anyway, thank you so much for being here with me today. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.